This isn't gonna work well.
It's fun.
We are in the middle of moving my layout and my hobby room from the old place into this place. I'd like to invite you to join me on that journey, starting right now. Hey, welcome to It's My Railroad, the how-to show for regular people. On this show, we celebrate the regular guy model railroader, because quite frankly, I'm just a regular guy and I'm a model railroader. We sure have a lot of fun on this channel, sharing a ton of stuff with the community, learning back and forth. It's really an awesome experience. So if you're into that sort of thing, why not just subscribe? And then don't forget to push that little bell icon so you can catch future videos. So welcome to the final episode of season 2 of It's My Railroad. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know that we're right in the middle of an expansion on the BrownSmith Railroad, my railroad, when all of a sudden we bought a new house. And so we had to move. And so the last couple of weeks, you've been watching me tear out the old layout, gutting the old hobby room in anticipation of moving it to the new place. And so I'm actually standing in my new hobby room right now. And it doesn't look like a hobby room yet, but we're gonna give that a shot starting in season 3. But for now, I'd like to show you the tail end of what it was like to get that place packed up and moved. Now, here's a little thing for you. We moved on December 6th. It was a Thursday. And we had worked late the night before. And we managed to get packed up and ready to go. Movers were supposed to be at our house 8 o'clock to move. Well, rail fans, at 7 o'clock in the morning, I woke up to pouring down rain. And then shortly thereafter, realized somebody had broken into my truck, which was now filling up with rain. And then, of course, our friends, the movers, didn't get there till 9:30 in the morning. That was not awesome, frankly. So it's pouring down rain. My truck's been broken into. I got stuff to move. And so basically what you see here is we just, at the tail end, just said, throw all this crap in my garage and get the hell out of here. And now, well, guess what? There's stuff in the hobby room. It's like the staging area. But over the next several weeks, we'll be getting into that. But you know what? Let's finish moving in here before we start building this up. So you guys asked that I chronicle that, document some of that, and I've done that. So why don't we take a look at the final installment of Steve at It's My Railroad moves his layout, starting right now. Welcome to November 19th, rail fans. I have like just a few days left to get all this out before the walkthrough, and I think I'm a little behind. And so I'm gonna just push through tonight and get everything done. Let me show you real quick the condition of the hobby room from where we left off from last Saturday when I moved the stuff over to my shop. We'll get back to that in just a second. You can see this is kind of the view of where we're at right now. I think that's pretty exciting. That right there, I've just got a camera lens just kind of sitting there on top of the deal. That's exciting. Got some tools everywhere. You see some LED lighting just sort of strung from the rafters there. And look at that. I've been living on peanuts right now, snacking. And then moving over here, you see this is an area of concern for me tonight, because these are the structures that have the most details on them. Rather than just throwing everything else, do like I did with everything else, just throwing it in a box. These are very delicate, so I need to wrap these up and then gently pack them in a box, temporarily put them at my office, and then off to the new hobby room. Now, speaking of my office, I'm very excited that I was able to survive last Saturday's sort of loading debacle. Hindsight, I should have just tied that stuff down so it didn't fall over on the part I was trying to keep. I mean, what a dumbass, right? Anyway, just a couple more details and then I'm actually gonna get to packing this up. If you look down here on the floor, you see I got some tech stuff there. We gotta keep that. Hey, look, still haven't unpacked fully from Maui. Wires dangling there. I gotta take those two AR1s off right there, get rid of them. And I got a couple of switch motors still underneath we gotta get rid of. Moving along, all this stuff tonight. We got to deal with it. Look at this drone shot of how I've packed things away for moving. Those are the structures that, not so concerned about getting damaged because they're pretty robust. And then the top of the logging camp is there. And I've been doing a lot of thinking while I'm driving about what I'm going to do with the logging camp and the coal mine, and I really can't wait to show you that once we get over, if we ever get over, to the other place. So with your indulgence, I'm just going to start packing those structures away before anything happens to them, and then clean this freaking room up. And then we're going to get to tearing the layout down. Hopefully it'll come apart sectionally like we originally built it, but you never know when it comes to model railroading the regular guy kind of way, right? So let's get on it. This is the coal mine chute, still gonna get used over at the new place. Matter of fact, I think I've already figured out a way for all of these structures, even though the era is not modern, to reuse these all at the new place. It's gonna be real exciting. I can't wait to show it to you, but for now, just gotta pack it up. This box has got all the, well, it's got a bunch of scratch-built styrene crap in it, but it's also got all the electronics. So I got a couple more pieces to put out. I'm gonna have to put this one to the side for right now. And we'll take it out in just a minute. More stuff for the engine loco facility, engine maintenance facility, right here in this box. God knows when we're gonna get to this again. Second camera, whatever. I just got tech stuff just lying around. It's not supposed to be lying around. If Cindy Brown, the Queen of Keto, First Lady of Model Railroading, finds out, I'm gonna be in big trouble. Webcam. I gotta make sure I know where this is because we need it for Track Smack this coming Saturday, huh? Get her done. I was originally concerned about this piece right here flopping around because what you guys never got to see in the video is I laid that in there as the riser to get up to the old Helix complex, but at this point, I think that's just what we need to do, and it's over. All right, just a little bit of good news while I'm doing this wholesale slaughter of the hobby room. I laid all this track back here earlier on because I was all excited about getting the reversing loops done. And the thing is, I never actually glued any of it down up to a point. And there's some stuff I'm gonna be able to save. This turnout right here, this turnout here, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I can just pull those off and we're gonna reuse them on the new layout. All right, so I just had a fabulous dinner prepared for me by my wife, Cindy Brown, the Queen of Keto, and actually got an energy level back just in time too, because pretty much have this thing cleaned off. I'm gonna go through and pick up some bits and pieces, shop vac it off because that's brand new carpet, but you can't tell by looking at it. And then we're gonna get the old screw gun out and we are going to pull this out, get it out of the hobby room. So give me a minute to get the shop vac out, get this cleaned up, and away we go. So if you recall, I screwed these backdrop pieces in to the back of the layout, and actually I'd forgotten I'd done that. So what I gotta go through now is take all those screws out to take these backdrop pieces. Now the funny thing is, or I guess depending on your definition of funny, is I did that like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, and now I'm just tearing it right back out. And Cindy Brown, First Lady of Model Railroading, came up with a great idea that I might be able to use some of that as the backdrop since I've got to do some mudding and taping and painting anyway. So I'm not necessarily gonna throw this stuff away, but for now, we're gonna have to go down under and just start taking these screws out. Oh, and then I hit my head. That's exciting stuff right there. Well, I think the layout is disconnected from the brackets underneath, but it seems it may be stuck somewhere, I don't know, but we're gonna give it a try. I'm gonna go over to the first joint and unscrew it, which is actually basically right here, and then see if this first piece can go bye-bye. One thing I learned though from taking the top deck off is I got some cork road bed right here that I'm just gonna sort of cut through with the hobby saw so it doesn't go yoink, yoink, yoink when I try to take it apart. So let's get the saw out and take care of that. Actually, while we're at it, we'll just go ahead and cut the styrofoam right there too, right? All right, well there's that. I'm gonna go through and take the screws out that hold this section together. We'll see if it comes out. Oh. All right, let's see if this thing's two pieces now. Let's see if this thing's two pieces now. There we go. I think some of the glue from the top or from the styrofoam or something got in there, because for a second there that seemed like it was permanently connected. So I think I'm gonna try to lift it up and pull it out a little bit so I can get the backdrop back out. Or screw it, let's just get it out of the room. I think the little piece on this side has got to come out first, because I think when I take the big side out, the little side gonna fall down and go boom. So I'm gonna take the little piece out. Let's get over and do that. Well, that was easy. Well, now we'll see if the big one's gonna come out without falling down and breaking one of my toes or something. And then see if I can get it out of here. It's about 7 feet long, doorway into a hallway. I think I can pull this off. And if not, I'm moving, so what do I care? Let's go. It was still stuck down to something, but I yanked it. Oh, look at all them screws sticking out the back. I guess I forgot to pull those out. That could be painful. Well, that went outside without a hitch. Let's pull the backdrop pieces off, shall we? I'll start over here and you'll see some of it. You won't see the rest of it, but what do you care? I'm pulling off backdrop pieces. It's not exciting. Let's move on. Ha! That was easy. Well, mission accomplished. We got done today what I was trying to get done today. That's after working a full day at work and then a full night here in the hobby room. But let me show you what we got done so you see the way this looks as my dog runs by what used to be a hobby room. You look and see there, all we got pretty much left are the brackets on the wall. You see some of that residual paint right there. That's left over from way back in the day. Got some brackets still left over, and you know, and if it wasn't for just a little bit of residual stuff here and there, I don't think you'd ever know that there was a model railroad in this room. So tomorrow we're gonna see if we can take these brackets off, patch the walls, but that's gonna be after a full day of work and then working in here all day. So anyway, hey, thanks for being with me today. Let's just check in again tomorrow. Well, rail fans, it's another beautiful day and I'm just off work again, just jumping in to get this thing done. Our final inspection and walkthrough is coming up here pretty quick. It's the 20th of November. As I'm making this, Thanksgiving is day after tomorrow, and I still got to take the brackets down. I got to patch the walls. I got to paint this. There's other crap I got to do around this house to get ready to get the walkthrough done. So anyway, hey, ironically, a few weeks ago, you watched me put up the shelf brackets here on the bottom, and today you're going to see that same process in reverse order as I start over here, taking the brackets back off the wall. I don't know where to put these. Here, we'll drop them on the floor for now. That works. First shelf bracket off, and it took the paint with it. That's exciting news. Got to patch that. Oh my God, though. I'm gonna see if I have a driver to put on my drill motor to speed this up, because this is gonna take all freaking night. Well, the downside about packing away all your tools is you packed away all your tools. This is what we got. Let's get on it. Well, there's the first 4. Did I happen to mention that I do not plan to move again for 20 years, so I don't have to go through this crap again? Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. You may see some of it, you may not. You may not want to see some of it, but this is what you get. Well, so there you go. Where once was a model railroad, there's absolutely nothing but messed up walls in the hobby room. I did quite a bit of work in here, and I'll have a bunch of fond memories, but at this point, it's over, people. I hope you don't mind, but I decided to have a brewski while I'm getting all this done. You know, it's this is not the fun part of model railroading. 2.5 years of blood, sweat, and tears and videoing and everything, and then what I'm left with is this crappy wall behind me that is just full of holes and miscellaneous paint and staples. I've got to clean all of that up to make good for the new buyer. So for the rest of tonight, I'm just gonna clean out some more junk off the floor here. And then next time we see each other, you'll probably be seeing me transport the stuff to the shop. You're probably gonna watch me patch these walls because you guys wanted to know everything that's going on in here. You get to see it all because I don't have any time for any valuable content, so that's what you get. So anyway, for those of you still sticking around watching what's happening, I salute you, and this one's on you, baby. Well, there you go. We got the walls patched. We got everything moved out of there and over to here, except the stuff that's at my office or stuff that I just, frankly, I can't find right now. But we'll find it when the time comes, I'm sure. And that ends season 2. Season 3 is going to begin with us basically putting in some lighting and getting rid of some of this racking and cleaning it up, making it hospitable for a model railroad. I sure hope you tune in and join us for the next one. Anyway, again, thank you so much for being here with me today on It's My Railroad. My name is Steve Brown. Rail on, my friends.